Please take your seats quickly, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Hi guys, and welcome to 1minutetennis.com. In today's session, I want to talk to you about the secret slow movement of the forehand that every single professional player employs. It's kind of a paradox because we all want to get the speed, the spin, the power of the best players in the world on the forehand. But to do that, it's necessary that you get the slow part of the stroke absolutely perfect every time. I want to have a deep dive into the biomechanics of what's happening in the slow part of the stroke so that you can get this right, and then the explosive part of the stroke will happen kind of naturally. There are really three parts to the forehand. There's the initial take back, the loading phase, and then we have the racket drop and lag, and then the upswing to the ball. And the racket drop and lag is incredibly slow. As I make the movement here, I need to just literally let the racket drop into this place as slowly and naturally as possible. Looking at the video here, Jannik Sinner, you can see the incredible explosive speed that he develops in the upswing to the ball. But maybe more remarkable is how slow he is before that upswing and acceleration to the ball. To achieve this amazing acceleration up and through the ball, it's essential that this slow movement is made precisely and correctly. And this brings about a pretty reasonable question, that if the racket is dropped into this area so slowly, almost inert, then wouldn't it be simpler to just put the racket there in the first place? I mean, if the racket is just slow and dead, then surely the easiest thing to do is to place the racket into that slot and then swing. But the reality is that if it's done correctly, this is the first phase of the stretch shortening cycle. A stretch shortening cycle is like a slingshot where we stretch something and then it snaps shut with power and elastic energy. If I drop the racket into here, then I've created the first phase of a stretch shortening cycle. If I place the racket here, then I have no stretch shortening cycle, and so only muscular energy. If you want to get the feel of the difference in this, then just take a couple of balls and hit them out of the court with force. I'm going to place the racket here and swing, and that's not really going very far. But if I now make the correct take back and then drop the racket into the slot and hit, then I have a much more powerful hit, and it's easier. This is called elastic loading, and it's only effective if it is slow, but if there's no pause between the loading phase and the upswing to the ball. So if I go into position here, back, stop, and swing, then I've broken the kinetic chain, I've removed the elastic loading, and the stroke will be hard work and ineffective. If I make a fast movement from here, coming quickly through this position here, then again the stretch shortening cycle is broken and all the elastic loading is wasted. But if I go into position here and let the racket go back slowly, the slow secret of the pro forehands, slowly, but with a connection to the upswing to the ball, then the racket flies forwards. It almost swings itself. So once again, from this direction, a disconnect, a stop, everything is just muscular. And now a quick movement through. This is the most common one of high-level players that don't have great forehands. And again, didn't feel the same. And now the connection between the elastic loading and the upswing to the ball, the stretch cycle before the shorten cycle. And the racket is almost swinging itself. This is powerful and easy. Get this right and you will unleash stored energy through sequential uncoiling. Quite simply, the forehand will be easier and freer and faster and more powerful. If this or any other of our ideas helps your game, then have a look at my books on Amazon. The books are based entirely around the science of the strokes, and then we have great clear illustrations with simple solutions such as this. And every bit of information is linked to YouTube videos, so you can see the results, read the results, view the results, and hopefully you can apply the results. Or join players in over 40 countries all over the world. We're helping with online coaching. We have a unique service that's tailor-made to every individual player. It's inexpensive and it really works. For more information, check out the website or email. Try this now and apply it to your forehand. Unleash your forehand. Use sequential coiling and elastic energy, and you will have a more powerful and easier forehand today. Thanks for watching, and see you next time for more unique tennis lessons that really work.